enterprises. That's what we're focusing on this afternoon, and specifically those that are part of the Limpopo Economic Development Agency's Market Access Program. That's LEDA and their Market Access Program. They were in Algiers, Algeria, to showcase a diverse mix of innovation, future solutions, and cultural creativity at the Intra-Africa Trade Forum 2025. The LEDA program is designed to promote trade, to unlock new markets, and also to grow Limpopo Province's export footprint across the African continent. Premier Dr. Phophi Ramathuba has urged entrepreneurs to seize every networking opportunity presented at IATF 2025. The Premier joins us now on the line. A very good afternoon to you, Premier Doctor. Welcome to African Business.
Afternoon to all your listeners, and thank you for inviting us to join you this afternoon.
It's always a pleasure. I'm sure you're quite used now to, the double barrel title that you have, Premier Dr. Phophi Ramathuba. But look, you've earned every single stripe of that. But maybe let's get straight into it and talk about the SMMEs that got the opportunity to showcase their business at the Intra-Africa Trade Forum 2025. How were those selected? What were the selection criteria? And ultimately, how many of them made their way through to Algeria?
Limpopo, through its Department of Economic Development, Environment and Tourism, we have our own state-owned agency, which is LEDA, and this Economic Development Agency has got a program that it's designed to promote trade and also to unlock the markets for mostly our SMMEs. So most of these SMMEs are those that are being supported by our agencies. We provide financial support. We also assist them in drawing their business plans. And usually what would happen is that if you, and our focus, it's mainly on the young people, it's on women, and also with people with disability. Those who have been historically disadvantaged, and when we talk of economic growth, they were never part of those who will participate within the economy of our country. So now, if you remember the GNU priority, number one, it's for us to grow an inclusive economic growth. And inclusive, we are referring to these categories. So if you belong to that category and you have got an idea, an initiative to say you would want to focus, whether it's agro-processing, you write your proposal to us, you apply. And based on those criteria that we have set up, you then get selected, and then we put you as part of our programs. We help you develop your business plan. We help you to access funding. We can sometimes give you startup. We do put on an annual basis a budget mainly to fund those. So those are the SMMEs that you see us taking along to Algeria, is that when there is any mission, for instance, if you remember, just last month in August, there was a trade fair post in Namibia. Yeah, the trade fair in Namibia. We went there with 10 SMMEs who were also coming from our program. And they are different from the ones that were selected this time. This time around, when we went to Namibia, they were funded by SEPSA. And now they are funded, we assisted them to apply for funding from our DTIC, and we appreciate that they were funded by DTIC. So basically, we do have a long list of SMMEs that are funded by us. So when there are opportunities like that, and there is a criteria that is developed, we will then, amongst all of them, ask those who qualify to apply, and we assist them to get the funding to attend and showcase all what they are, the products that they are manufacturing.
And how important is it, Premier, for small, medium and micro enterprises to be presented with such opportunities? And I wonder if there are any positive case studies maybe that you can share of businesses that have participated in similar opportunities that have managed to leverage that opportunity to scale.
We do have. We do have, though you would understand that these programs, some of them we have just initiatives that we have just come up with. But if you look at those that we have supported, because we always take stock, whether it's in agro processing, maybe let me start with others who have started small. There's a lady we were with in Namibia. She's a young woman. She saw an opportunity. She comes from an area called Algeria, where she saws everybody. Each and every household has a number of mango trees, and mangoes are being just wasted. But she knows all of us what people around there love aja, and we don't even know where it's coming from. And there were a lot of stories, the acha that they would buy from the local spaza shop. Then last year she developed her own proposal. She brought it. She said this is what she wants, and this is how the acha will be different from the others. And she was then given a startup. So what she does, fellow young unemployed people, their job is to go from one household to another, picking up those green mangoes, supplying her. Then they will get a stipend from her, even though there will be seasonal workers, but they are getting something, from her. And there's another one who saw, mashonja.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you, because other people call them mupani worms, and here in our province we reject that name. Those are not worms, those are high protein diet. So we call them mashonja, or we can call them mupani shrimps. That's what we always say you can. So they saw that opportunity to say, being rich in proteins and also helps you with energy, why don't we make an energy bar out of them? And they make that proposal to us, and then to LEDA, and they were funded, and then they started making the protein bar, which now they are selling. We were with them. Their product is growing up. They are now getting other shops, retail shops, to put up their products. So even athletes, those who go to exercise, they carry those lunch bars to give them the energy. So those are the stories that we can tell. If you look at, they might appear small, but I can tell you the work that they've done. There is also another young lady who works with LEDA.
Unfortunately, our time doesn't allow us, Premier. But what I really love about the examples that you've pointed out is the products that are being manufactured by these entrepreneurs are products that are almost, innate to Limpopo. You'll find the mopani shrimps, as you call them, and
Yes.
I'll use the word shrimps just to please you here, Premier. Mopani shrimps and the acha, all of that just grows indigenously in Limpopo. So it's really entrepreneurs looking around in their own environment and using what's readily available to be innovative and to create products that people are actually already consuming, but also finding new ways of repackaging what has always been, staple foods, so to speak. So we thank you so much for your time this afternoon, and wish you all the best with the entrepreneurial exploits that are being done in Limpopo as far as the Limpopo Economic Development Agency is concerned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's Premier Dr. Phophi Ramathuba there, calling mopane worms, mopane shrimps. And I'm sure if you go into the dictionary, and I'm really saying this because if you do Google Mopani shrimps, you may not find anything because that's a word that was probably coined by the minister and the community. But hey, I may be wrong, but if you Google Mopani worms, you'll most definitely find something, and that will give you an idea of the type of products that are actually being used in Limpopo, a staple food in the province being repurposed into energy bars. For example, who would have thought of that? Totally, totally genius. It's exactly 9 minutes to 5.